Bad news, straight off the bat. The worst possible news, actually, I think, that I could have imagined at this point. Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of Rebuilding Bolton. If you're still enjoying the series, drop a like. That would be most delightful. So, bad news, straight off the bat. The worst possible news, actually, I think, that I could have imagined at this point. Manchester United recalled Mengi. So normally when I do loan deals, I set it so that I can terminate the loan, but they can't recall them. That way it's all in my favour. And usually that's what I have. However, in my haste to do the transfer window when I was doing it originally, I think I got some of them the wrong way round, and yeah. So that meant that I couldn't get rid of some people when I wanted to, and also that could happen. So now we've lost our libero. Oh, God. So that's just terrific. We are going to be... I think our second half of the season is definitely going to be worse potentially than the first, but I don't know. I think we've given ourselves enough of a cushion to the point where we may just be able to muddle ourselves through, do a load of recruitment stuff in the summer, get ourselves ready for League One, hopefully. But, it's all up in the air right now. Comley, you're not starting. Also, Matt decides to start Comley. In fairness, I didn't actually choose to start him. What happened was, sometimes when you drag players over, unless you nail it perfectly, it will just not do it sometimes. Really wish that was part not of the interface, but there you go. That's how it goes. Today we're away at Tranmere. So, different team lineup. Not sure who's going to play where today. We'll do a... Oh, also, by the way, Ziga picked up a slight knock, so, I mean, he is capable of starting. Simiyu, I mean, how is he as a libero? Okay, so he's nowhere near on the same level as Mengi. Just straight up. But, at the very least, he's better than some other people we've got there, so he may be able to fill in for a bit. Although, honestly, part of me is tempted to just start playing Booty there from now on, but I don't think we can get away with that right now. But my God, it's far from ideal. Go away, Matt Jilks. It's far from ideal of a situation we're in right now, but hey, it's about these challenges were sent to challenge us, to test us, and test our resolve. So hopefully we can get through this one. We've at least got Pert Harris on the bench this time. And we were all so happy and overjoyed after the 5-0 victory in the last game. And now we've been brought back down to earth. Hopefully today, though, we can pull it back up with a win. That's the only way out of this. We must go and win at Tranmere today. Keep our good run going. We've only lost one of our first 23 league games. It's a very, very good start for us. Maybe a few too many draws in there, I suppose. But at the end of the day, we are still top of the league by 7 points. So it can't have been that bad of a start to the season, in fairness to us, considering the sort of shape and the way we're trying to play. But it will be interesting to see how well we do over, say, the next 10 matches and see what the sort of points per game ratio is like. Now, obviously, it could depend on the opposition to a certain extent, but still, I do wonder just how good Mengi's been. I mean, we know how good he's been. He's been tremendous, consistently racking up huge, good average ratings in games. All we can hope is that Simiyu can do that. I'm so glad we've actually got him. If I hadn't brought that loan signing in... Oh, God. Oh, God. If we hadn't got him in on loan before this even happened, I don't know what we would have done. Defonso out on the right. He's getting into the box. Tranmere have started very strongly in this game. Oh, go on, whip it in. And Doyle! Oh, my God, how did that not go in? The XG on that must have been like 1.1. Doyle has to be finishing that. We can't afford to be missing chances. That's Delaney heads it over. Booty to deliver. We're going to have to rely on a lot on him this season. Cleared away to the edge of the box for Ali Crawford. Oh, Regan Booty. Chance for him. Sets himself. Drills it, and the keeper tips it over. No, it wasn't. Keeper didn't even touch it. See? Into the box. Right into the box. Drops it off. Lots of options. Back post runner. Oh, and Crawford, yes! Ali Crawford's first goal of the season. It's taken a long time for him to get off the mark, considering he's been playing as the shadow striker. That is a lovely finish from Ali Crawford, though. What a ball in by Brandon Fleming. Booty does brilliantly here by pushing up a little bit more, getting into the box and just laying this shot off. But Ali Crawford peels away. They all get to the back post. That's a gorgeous volley from Ali Crawford to make it 1-0 Bolton. Huge goal. I mean, they're not a bad team, Tranmere. 8th in the league. We're still going to be careful. But it's a good sign that we're still capable of showing our teeth when we need to. And Simiyu will clear that. And actually finds Owen Doyle with it, amazingly. Men surging up the pitch. Finds Crawford. He's got a bit between his teeth now. Can he keep going? He's into the box. Oh, he's got support from Delfonso. And a great stop again by the goalkeeper. Looking better now. Simiu's very good at just running out of defence and clearing those balls and getting that play back moving again. Really like that work of his. Delfonso. Jones. Oh, and another good stop by Davies. I really like the goalkeeper animation on those low shots. It looks super realistic as Cambridge take the lead at home against Bradford. And it's headed just wide by Delaney. All in all, I'd say we've actually coped very, very well. And maybe going forward, there's a lot less to worry about. Maybe just having fresh legs in these games is doing a job for us. More of that in the second half. Grab that second goal, put this game to bed, and then we can just sort of see what we need to do. There is a midweek game after this, but then after that, there's like 3 straight weekends where it's just 1 game a week. And oh, the joys of that. Maskell with a lovely cross, and it's clear. Whipped over the top, and Smith's in. Oh, so decent effort, actually. So debut time, Miles Pert-Harris is going to come on for Crawford, just so I can give him a bit of a run out here, see what he's capable of as Delfonso's cutting through challenges, and a great stop again by Davies. Davies has been great in net for Tranmere. He's the only reason they're still in this game. Uh-oh. Come on, lads. Be strong defensively here. Do not let them score with their first shot of the game on target, and oh, God. I mean, Banks was offside there, but that was an unbelievable stop, I think, there from Ziga. Delfonso with a lovely ball out for Lloyd Isgrove. Nice to see him back in the team. He's into the box straight away. Jones! Great step again. It's looking good for a sneaky victory here. A good win for us overall. I think we've played well and deserved the win, but it's still a bit of a sneaky one that we've had to work hard for. Oh, God, oh, God, oh, God, oh, God, oh, God, no! Oh, it's offside. Thank God. He did look a little bit offside there. I think they pulled the offside trap off to perfection there, thank goodness. And that will do it. Tranmere Rovers 0. Bolton Wanderers 1. There we go. Another good performance. Could have done with a few more goals, but that's fine. And another clean sheet to boot, which keeps us top of the league right now. And I think actually moves us 12 clear of dropping out of the automatic. So this is a good sign. Strong performances all around. And again, Daniel Simiu putting a strong performance as a libero. Wow. This is a very good sign. Anyway, back in a minute. Right then, we return. So, we went away to Mansfield Town in a reasonably... They've fallen off a little bit, but we were able to take the lead in this one. Ball to the edge of the box. Lovely finish from Miles Pert-Harris. His first goal for the club, which you love to see. Unfortunately, though, 85th minute, dispossessed Delfonso, ball over the top. And this is one of those things that will happen sometimes. Sinclair was in. Simple finish for him. 1-1, unfortunately. But I'd argue it's a very fair result, frankly. Very even game. But then we managed to get ourselves back in the winning habit at home against Leyton Orient. Struggling Leyton Orient, in fairness. And lovely little ball through there from Comley. Slipped into the back of the net by Ali Crawford. All of a sudden, he's found goals. Then a simple one, Delaney with the ball over the top. And check this for a finish out from Owen Doyle. Look at the little... the curl he gets on the chip is incredible for 2-0. The confidence is flowing. We then won a pen. Doyle took it because Sarcevic wasn't on the pitch. 3-0 on the hour mark. But... you know, immediately after that, Leyton Orient were able to find themselves an equaliser. Some poor defending, didn't clear our lines, and eventually a very simple finish for Danny Johnson. 3-1, game over though still. We were then very much able to compound that with a terrific 4-1 victory away at Salford City, who have fallen off a little bit, I've got to say. Early days, 2-0, a goal up after 2 minutes, Owen Doyle slotting it home again, which is really nice. We then won a penalty, which Sarcevic was able to dispatch this time, which was good. 2-0 in 5 minutes, cruising. Unfortunately, in the second half, we gave away one of our own, and Salford were able to get back. Was their only shot on target of the game, though. And then, towards the end of this match, I think their legs started to tire. Lovely ball through from Gethin Jones. Pert-Harris in behind. Really just nice finish from a very tight angle. He's done a good job since joining us. 3-1. And then another penalty, dispatched again this time by Sarcevic to make it 4-1. 3 penalties in this game, all of which were scored. I think the game was a bit tighter than 4-1, but we got the result. But it was then back home against Stevenage. Now watch this for a finish from Isgrove. Not the initial strike. When this comes back to him here, he actually chips it over the goalkeeper from inside the penalty area there. What a finish from Isgrove. There's a lot of chips going around, I've got to say. But then we conceded one of those ones. The goalkeeper, long ball over the top. And I know that obviously you could drop the defensive line deeper to cure that. But that disrupts everything else. And this one seems to happen quite a lot, sadly. So a frustrating game, which that was again steep. We've conceded in the last 2 games off of our opponent's only shots on target. Not ideal, but we're still sort of winning. Probably could have done better, though. We've actually got a better away record than we do a home one. Then we found ourselves away at Southend United, bottom of the league, part of the area we might have been expected to be. Lovely little finish eventually. It comes back to Doyle, bends it into the top corner for 1-0 after 3 minutes. But Southend were able to get back into this match. Just before half-time, in fact, with Sean Spence scoring an absolute screamer into the back of the net. And yes, this was the 3rd game in a row where we conceded our opponent's only shot on target. Booty with the ball in at the start of the second half. Baptiste was able to get on the end of that. Booty played libero in this game, and he got 2 assists while doing it. So that was good. And then in the second half, much like against Salford, just the pure strength of us got in there, as once again, Isgrove to the back post, 3-1, wrapping the match up. But there's still time for one more goal to put the icing on the cake. Again, Booty driving forward here, drops it eventually back across. Sarcevic, lovely finish in the bottom corner, in off the post for 4-1 Bolton. But you've got to consider us a little bit unlucky to have had 3 matches in a row where our opponent's only shot on target has gone in. Hey, the main thing is we still took 7 points from those games. Thankfully, though, against Scunthorpe United at home, we were able to avoid such a situation. Thank goodness. Isgrove getting the ball down out wide. Really tight angle for Ali Crawford, and he puts another one in. 1-0 Bolton, and that was all she wrote on the night. A comfortable victory for us in the end as we keep on ploughing away. We've really got something at the moment, even without Mengi, which is a sad thing because I really did like him as a player. But Booty, again, filling in as libero in this game due to an injury for Simiu meant that, yeah, Regan Booty's just doing amazing things for us no matter where he plays. And all that does leave us 8 clear at the top of the league. We've won, I mean, we've only lost one of our last 31 league games. We're now 16 points clear of Colchester United. I have to say, as much as we don't want to get too ahead of ourselves, I think automatic promotion is basically in the bag for us. And I think the league title's looking very good as well. But it will be interesting to see as we go up the leagues, and people have warned me about this, that we are going to face a lot of difficulties, and that's kind of what I want, really. I honestly didn't think we started off okay, and I was thinking, okay, this system's definitely good, but we really do seem to have stretched our legs as the season's gone on. Owen Doe now with the joint top scorer, Booty the joint top assister, has 6 man of the match awards this season as well. What a god. And now for some bad news, and this really is the height of stupidity. The absolute height of stupidity. The board have absolutely lost their bastard minds. So, firstly, coming up to the end of the transfer window, I just saw out the corner of my eye, once again, we're still rated at a D for our match performance. We are 8 points clear at the top of the league, have lost 1 game all season, and are 16 points clear into the automatic promotion spots. What do they want? So first was that, which is like, okay, they're dumb. We get it, right? So we get to the final day of the transfer window, like 3 or 4 hours to go. And all of a sudden, I noticed that, and bear in mind, we obviously got some transfer budget back as a result of losing Slattery as well. Spalletti brought him back too. Figures. We lost Slattery and Mengu, you know that. But the board gave me an extra £4,000 in transfer funds, weekly wages, an additional 4,000 with 2 hours to spare, and me having no way of spending it. Now, I was still looking to potentially at the time bring in some players to make up for the loan signs we lost because we were paying for those. But why did they give me that money then? Why not give me at the start of the window? So now we've suddenly got like £8,000 in surplus wage budget kicking around. So obviously it's my fault that I wasn't able to spend the initial bit, but the second part is like, why? But nevertheless, we must persist. Today we host Barrow, Tiki Taka Barrow. They are down in 18th, but they're looking very comfortably, looking like they're going to stay up. Crawley and Cheltenham, on the other hand, not looking so good. Southend, though, they've pulled it up a little bit. So, we have had a midweek game in between. We should be able to whip the team around a little bit. Booty, actually, he's fresh enough to start. Since Simiu is still not fit again, I'm going to start Regan Booty as a libero. I am slowly training him to play there. As you can see, he's getting there. Ever so slightly as old Regan. I don't know how, but it works. Because, after all, he is so good at passing. And he's not a bad defensive player because he can play left-back, technically. Comley, though, not so sure I want to play him there. I wish we still had Slattery, but again, you know, that's my fault for not putting the right clauses in, all that sort of jazz. Everything else, though, should be relatively straightforward for us today. We still need to get the result, though. Simiu's nearly fit again. Right then, let's have this. I just want to see how few. I reckon we can lose under 5 league games this season. I know that we've, only lost 1 so far, but you know how these things can go. They do have Callum Gribbin, though. Lovely home match for us. Our home record is actually worse than our away record, which is actually quite impressive. We've lost our only game of the season, which was at home against Grimsby. Not only that, but we've also drawn a few matches at home that you would have preferred not to have. Our away record has been stellar so far this year. Booty doing natural things, getting it out to Brandon Fleming, and he's just trotting forward like he's a midfielder still. He essentially just plays as if he is a midfielder when he's put here, and I'm totally alright with that. Regan Booty, the ultimate libero of our dreams. I mean, to be fair, long term, I want to have a player that we're basically going to end up having to convert a defensive midfielder that's like a deep line playmaker that's tall and defensively solid to play there. That's probably how we're going to do that going forward. Because the idea of finding an actual natural libero... Oh, we're still on director. My apologies. I realised I still had it on the highlight camera that we were using for the off-camera bit. So, yeah, the idea of finding a natural libero is absolutely nuts, as Quigley should have scored there. So it's probably going to come down to us finding a defensive midfielder and then retraining him. But that's fine. I love doing stuff like that. I love making players play out of position based around the attributes they have potentially. Now, Regan Booty is certainly far from perfect for that role, but you never know. Isgrove's ball across, and Doyle! Oh, God, how did that not find the back of the net? We should be in front. The one thing I would change, as people have often pointed out, is that BBM and Jones tend to get in each other's way, so we may try a deep line playmaker there in future as Sarcevic, and it's a great save by Maloney. It's definitely something to work on in future to stabilise the team a bit, particularly when we come up against better sides, which... I feel like promotion's virtually in the bag. Next season, we will definitely be doing so as Delaney heads it over the path. But hopefully next season, we'll actually have some money. So, well, not in terms of the club. The club will still be in massive debt. But hopefully the board will give us a bit of money to actually build a team that I think we can stay up in League One now. But I want to be able to go pushing top half next season, really. That's kind of what my aspirations are. Next season will be stabilise in League One, try to sort of you know, push for a top half finish potentially, and then go for promotion the year afterwards as Owen Doyle's throw, and it's a poor effort actually. Oh god, please don't concede on the stroke of half-time to Barrow. There's a guy completely unmarked at the back post, and they're going to find him too. And wow, he actually found Platt instead. 2-0 now to Harrogate over Grimsby. That's big news for the title race. Oh, whipped over the top. Ziga's not come, and Quigley could get in here. Oh, good defending, getting back and trying to cover that, and it's a... Oh no, he does get a touch on it. Well defended. But not good enough. Bolton 0, Barrow 0. We do still have a couple of these 0-0s in us every now and then, but it sort of keeps you plugging away. And with Grimsby losing, we have still gained ground. Regan Booty, once again, man of the match with a 7.8, but the whole back three were flawless. Just no one beyond that could do anything. Not a great performance. We're still 14 points clear of Colchester, though. We have lost a bit of ground, but we've gained a bit on Grimsby. So we moved to a 9-point gap with 14 matches to go in the league. I still think the title is very much in our grasp. Promotion is sort of in the bag, but we could still go on a bad run. So, next episode, we're starting off with Oldham. It's going to be, hopefully, youth intake in the next video. So that's going to be exciting as well. Hopefully we get someone worth talking about, but you just really don't know at this point. Hopefully I'll also have the Z-Gens sorted out too, so they'll have proper cool faces. So that's going to be awesome. Anyway, if you've enjoyed this episode, and I hope you have, drop a like on the video. That would be most lovely. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. That'd be sick too. And yeah, I stream on Twitch on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and at the weekends, so go follow there as well. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for some youth intake goodness. See you guys soon. Hold your gun. Capybara, thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.